We ain't lied yet.
From East Point to Buckhead, College Park to Bankhead, dopest sports talk show on the radio. You heard what I said. Big Mason, Eagle, highlights and big plays from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long runs, athletes and sports junkies. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, cause your team lost. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the boss. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crush, Jack, yeah, black on.
Sir, you heard it, man. You heard it, man. You heard it. It's the Crush on Black Friday. We know y'all shop. We know y'all ate. Now it's time to hear your boy do what they do, man. Talk that sports talk that stuff. It's your boys E Glaze. That's my guy Macy Hurd. What's happening, Hurd?
Happy holidays to you, my brother. I officially heard Silent Night, and I heard Mariah Carey. So we are all we up now. It's holiday is in full blast now, my boy.
You even tell me a lot of y'all already had y'all trees up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Mexico had their trees up about people trick or treating and they had their trees up. So
they just now putting it up there. You know what I'm saying? They just
some folk, Blaze, let's keep it real. Some folk never took their tree down.
Yeah, I've heard of that, man.
Let's just keep that. Let's just keep that, as the kids say. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of folk never took their trees down.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Hey, man, we got a great show for y'all. We getting into the sports all weekend long, 4 days. The big game tomorrow for one team, maybe for both. Georgia got to do their thing. Georgia Tech. We'll be in the house tomorrow covering it. We got a special guest for you. Box. We'll be in the building.
Good music.
We're gonna talk to him and play a clip of his as well. And then he hear some of his funds. And we got you people. What's up, Horace? And all y'all that's here, man. Happy holidays for real, man. We thank y'all for rocking with us. And we about to get it started right now. Make sure what you want to start with, dog.
So I want to start with this. Emmanuel Glaze is officially we're getting set up for bowl season. So there are 82 bowl games, everybody. 82 bowl games. So you got to get 6 wins to be eligible. So we're coming up on a shortage of bowl eligible teams with 6 wins. So Jacksonville State and James Madison can become eligible with this new rule. And then after those teams, they're going to start looking at 5 and 17. So if Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes find a way to get a win this weekend in Utah, they become bowl eligible. Emmanuel Glaze, your thoughts on all of that I just said?
Let's start backwards. That ain't happening. They ain't beating Utah. So all y'all who think he got a chance, Maceo said you got a chance for a bowl.
It's a slim chance. They got to get the win though.
Did you see what they did to Shedeur last week? Shedeur got beat up so bad he got out the game. Yeah, this team, it would be great for them to get a bowl because, to go over here, what you're talking at the top, Maceo, that means college football is so heavy at the top that there's no balance. There's like all the top teams got off, they win, they beating everybody. So now these teams are struggling to get 6 wins. Think about that. You would think 6 and 5, or what is it?
That's 11 or 12 games. 6 and 6. You need 6 wins.
500 ball should be able to get you in there, but that's it is tough. You can't win. I'm looking at Missouri destroying Arkansas right now. I mean, it's a bloodbath. They're destroying Arkansas. It's like there's so much difference in these teams today.
Yeah,
that you're basically gonna have a lot of non-watch bowls.
Yeah,
because you got to fill them. You have to.
Yeah.
And you might get better games with James Madison, Jacksonville State anyway, because they actually been winning this year.
Right.
So it's going to happen. But to all the Colorado fans, I'm going to say it like this. Deion proved me wrong, dog. Tell me I'm a lie, Deion. Beat Utah in Utah. If I did mistake, that's scheduled in Utah, right?
Yeah, they got to go to Utah. They jumped on the plane today. They are headed to Utah.
And I agree with Horror. You better not put Shedeur out there no more. He might get hurt.
Shador be out there. If I'm Shador, I'm here to the NFL like that. They gotta find another quarterback. Now, I cannot take another year of that. Ain't no guarantee that you gonna bring some 5-star linemen in here who can actually block. I know that.
Y'all don't run the ball. Y'all don't chip block. Y'all don't leave your people in the block. Daddy, if I'm gonna get hurt, I might as well get hurt on the next field. I ain't
Let
finna get hurt.
me get hurt. Let me get paid to get hurt.
This cause getting hurt here sucks, man. This hurt. But they hit him so hard, boy. I was like, ain't no way that boy gonna keep getting up like that. I know he's trying to be tough, but sometimes the body just hurts after a while, make sure. It just hurts after a while. But yeah, man, it's rough out here, you know, and it's gonna be tough. Give me your thoughts on it, man.
So first of all, Emmanuel Glad, you and I have been saying this. We've been on the air 9 years, and we've consistently said this 9 years. It's just too many bowl games. It's just too many bowl games. I know every city, every town, you know, every commerce department, they want to host a bowl game. But dude, what's the use of hosting you a bowl game and bringing 2 teams in your city, and you're probably gonna get 10, 12, 14,000 people at the game? They can't even put the camera, they have to pan. They just got to keep everything on the field because the stands are empty. Yeah. The stands empty, and we've made bowl season now that, you know, we got the college playoff and all these things. We've kind of made the bowls kind of obsolete because you really only care about the top 4 teams and what bowls they're going to, because those are the games that really matter. Everything else is extra practice time. It's a reward for the kids for all the hard work that year. Hey, let's get y'all on a trip. And Glade, you would not know this, just speaking to a lot of people that we speak to, schools actually lose more money on these bowl games.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. They're glorified extra practices. You get to play players that didn't play all year. So some of the mamas get to see their baby playing games because if I'm a chance for the league and we ain't in that playoff, guess what, Maxwell? I ain't playing
that bowl game. Yeah, we done seen it. We've seen
it. You're gonna see my Twitter. I thank the university of such and such for my years here, but I will not participate to be getting ready for the NFL combine.
Go get your fly made. Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Nice picture you.
Saying,
you know what I'm saying? I want to first thank God and my coaches and team.
Thank everybody for their love and respect. This wasn't an easy decision. Yeah, it was.
It was.
We going to the Cooper Bowl ties. French fry bowl. Nah, coach, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the league, coach. The French fry bowl gonna have to do without me, coach.
After days of deliberating and talking to my family, this is hard, but I will be foregoing the bowl.
Ain't no way. I'm going to the French fry bowl. Nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good, coach. Coach, they say I'm a 3rd round pick. That's good enough for me, coach. I ain't even gonna get hit like that, coach.
Yeah,
I ain't finna get hit like that.
It's crazy.
Hey, one thing I want to bring up, make sure I want to ask your opinion on this. Everybody loves the Heisman talk, and it's been kind of like the Heisman talk for ever. It's the same for Penix, Nix, the guy from Ohio State, the receiver,
Marvin Harrison Jr.
They've been the same guys for a while. But my question to you, who's playing better than Carson Beck? And why isn't he giving more respect to the Heisman race than he's showing? Because right now, Georgia has been producing very good in some good games because of the arm of their quarterback.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Give me your thoughts on Beck and why he's not getting a lot of Heisman love at this point.
So Beck is not getting a lot of Heisman talk because he kind of caught on so late.
Mm-hmm.
Coming into the season, he was the biggest question.
Right.
You know, Georgia got all this talent, but this is Carson Beck's first year start, and they started out slow. It was every week it was just a grind. It was a grind. And once they got into the season, you're like, oh, he pretty good. Now, the one good thing I will say for Carson, he's starting his campaign for next year. He will be the front runner without a doubt next year. Now, me personally, the person that's playing football a little bit better than Carson Beck is Jayden Daniels at LSU. But because Jayden Daniels has lost so many games, his team is just not revered in that way. He's not getting the Heisman talk. Now he got it when the season started, but once they lost to Florida State that first game, it kind of took him off the shelf. But I don't think anybody's playing better football than Jayden Daniels and Carson Beck. They both deserve a trip to New York, but they've made this award, Glaze. It's like you got to be undefeated. Your team got to be in the playoff hunt. I mean, think about it. C.J. Stroud had the Heisman wrapped up the entire season, and then when they lost to Michigan, then that opened the door for Caleb.
Yeah,
with 3 losses, but it was because C.J. Stroud couldn't get it done on the perceived big stage, and he actually played good. I mean, he didn't give up them cheap touchdowns that Ohio State gave up in that Michigan game, but it's just they've made the award. First of all, they just made it a quarterback award. It's like only quarterbacks can win it. And you know, we brought up Marvin. When you look at Marvin's stats versus when Devontae Smith won it that year, they're nowhere close. Devontae just dominated college football.
He was better. Yeah, he was better. Yeah.
Well, Marvin, I mean, Marvin quarterback couldn't get him the ball for like the first 5 weeks of the season.
Right.
So
Right.
It's just crazy how they look at Beck. Like now it's like they okay, shit. Well, Beck a baller. So he will definitely be the front runner next year. I mean, you're gonna be hard pressed to find somebody that you can put in the category. It's gonna be Beck's to lose next season.
I just look at it like I see Bo Nix, who's been there 7 years, a little like, but but they were probably Penix and Nix is what they were talking about at the beginning of the year. Jayden too, but Jayden lost. I've just looked at the consistency. Georgia hasn't had the running game that they've had in the past. They don't have, if you look at their receivers, they have serviceable, good receivers. They don't have dominating.
They don't have a
receivers.
Marvin Harrison. It's not a star. It's not a star.
Yeah.
No.
He just has been that guy over the weeks. And honestly, against Missouri, Tennessee, Ole Miss, he's outshined. And you see the strength of Missouri, and all those were ranked. Well, Tennessee wasn't, but Missouri and Ole Miss were ranked in the top 10 when he was able to go and defeat both of them. I just think it should be, in my opinion, he should get a lot more looks. I'm just looking. And it's also, I see narratives. Every game on College Today was talking about only a few people. I'm like, they ain't even mentioning Carson. He got the 3rd highest passing rating in college football next year.
Right. Dude.
So I know everybody thinking, well, it's just Georgia, but you took over for a 2-time winning national champion. All the pressure was on you, and you're 11-0 going to play Georgia Tech. You already solidified the SEC championship game.
And they had lost a beat.
And it still looks good.
They had lost a beat.
And for 3 games, make sure, or 2 games, you didn't have your best weapon.
Glaze.
And you still out there playing.
This was funny, Glaze. I think people forget when Beck arrived on campus. Beck was an early enrollee. Beck was thought to be able to come in and be the guy right after Jake Fromm.
Yeah.
But, you know, okay, Stetson came and he did his thing. So, I mean, Beck was like the top 3 quarterback in the country when he enrolled. He was the top. He was Mr. Football in Florida. He was this All-American. He was that All-American. He was Elite 11-5. So the pedigree was there. Like, it was no doubt he could play. And I think what would shock people the most, and that's why you need to get down there early tomorrow, people will be shocked how big Beck is. Beck is not a little fella by no stretch of the imagination. He a legit 6'3", 6'4", about 220 pounds. Like, now with a gun. I mean, we've seen the gun on display the last few weeks. Dog, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, what up, everybody? Thank you for joining, man. We just really getting started. We got a special guest coming in. I want y'all to check him out. I got Box. Right now, we just jumping into it. So make sure what you got for us, man.
So, Emmanuel Glaze, I want to ask you, how do the Atlanta Hawks score 86 points at the half, and then you text me, and the score is 107, and then the Hawks find a way to lose that game, Emmanuel Glaze? Can you help me out? Can you help me out?
They've got a new defense called Ole, the Ole defense. Make sure when I tell you they don't stop nobody from going to the lane. It's no defensive movement. It is just, we're gonna shoot you and shoot you and shoot you, and it's fast. It looks like Loyola Marymount back in the day when they just like, we ain't gonna defense. We just trying to get the
Outscore.
ball as quick as we trying to get the
Outscore.
ball as quick as we can up the court, and we gonna outscore you. So I went to the game the next night against Washington. They put up 140. It was crazy. They scored 299 points, Mason.
Right in the last 2 nights.
In 2 nights. The other team scored 302 points in 2 nights. Don't tell me about. And so I'm listening to the post press conference. I'm like, Quinn, like, we want to shoot a lot of 3-pointers, Mason.
And
I'm
he
like,
keeps saying it. No, he don't. He say we don't shoot enough, Glaze.
but I'm like, that don't mean you got to let them shoot up a bunch of 3-pointers and do too. There got to be some type of, hey man, slow this down. I mean, you're not gonna beat teams. I try not to run them in the NBA because once they lock you down, dog, it's gonna be. I just don't. It's cute to watch. You ain't seeing no defense. You might get 1 block a game. You might no stripping. It's just. And the thing that was getting me was everybody who got Brooklyn. They got some decent players with Dinwiddie and all that. They were going to the hole like it was nobody. Like it was just.
No, it's like a layup line.
It was no. I just saw everybody do this. Like I said, Olay made sure they were like, they were turning, no feet movement, and I just was like, why are we shooting? And you're right. And when they at the other teams at the 3-point line, Riley, they just wide open three. It is basketball that I don't know if it can't last. They lucky they had back-to-back games at home, Maceo. That might have been rough on the road to play that way. Quinn gets up there every game. You know this. We got to do better on defense. I'm like, how? And you know what we don't do? You know another thing we don't do good, Maceo? Our half-court offense sucks. Oh, my God. If Trey or DeJounte don't make a move,
everybody just
gonna jack it up for 3.
Everybody just stand around.
If they ain't shooting a 3, ain't no ball movement. Is Trey trying to do 80 moves? DeJounte, Bogey gonna shoot from half court if he got Trey gonna shoot. It's I don't. Again, what we talked about earlier with this team, Maceo. What is this team's identity?
What is the identity, dog? What is the identity, dog? Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm confused. I sat that whole game looking like this. Are we really going in overtime?
No, I'm sitting here laughing because I'm like, everybody excited about these 86 points and a half. I'm like, y'all, that's not good. Like,
I looked at the end of the first. I said, "What 40 points? How did we? What is?" And it's just like they were racing up and down the court, just running. I was like,
and it's crazy because we're there every night. Like, we got to watch it live, and then when they lose, we got to go talk to these people who don't have no answers for us.
They looking at us like, "What you want us to say?"
Yeah, like what you want us to say?
Do y'all? I want you. We want to ask sometimes. Do y'all practice defense or it don't really matter? He just like y'all play. It really looks like sometimes, Maceo. Remember how you go to the park and they throw the ball and say, "Let's go." That's what it looked like when they play now. It's like, "Let's go."
Just run out. Everybody just be running out.
Look, and everybody can shoot. I see, everybody shooting threes. It can't last. They play again this weekend. Good luck to them because running up and down that court like that who the last team? They're like, remember, that's kind of like what D'Antoni used to do.
Yeah, Red just said it like the Houston Rockets, like the old Houston Rockets.
Yeah, like
they go 150.
We trying to get a 150 tonight, and we're gonna see if you can get 149 because they don't want to beat you bad. They just want you 1 point more. But the other team scored 302 points in 2 nights, Maceo. 302 points. It is tough to watch, man. It is tough to watch. Maceo, I want to keep it on to go back to college football real quick, sir. The game coming up this weekend. It's coming.
It's here.
Tomorrow.
It's here.
11 o'clock. It's a noon game, right?
Big noon kickoff.
Michigan. So everybody was worried about Florida State, number 5. I say, you ain't got to worry about nothing. After Saturday,
one of them somebody getting the hand tomorrow. One of them getting the hand tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, Maceo. One of them not gonna win. I need from Maceo who you like and why, sir. Ohio State, Michigan. Who you like, sir?
Glaze. Early in the week, I was leaning Ohio State. I continued to watch film this week. I'm gonna double down on Ohio State, going into the big house, getting the win. I look at JJ McCarthy, and I'm just trying to find a reason why I expect him to make big plays in this game. He hadn't made big plays since Harbaugh has been suspended. They struggled offensively during this last 2-game stretch, even though they're gonna be at the house and the weather favors them. Teams are basically looking at Michigan and say, hey, you're not dynamic at receiver. If we stuff this running game and we force McCarthy and your receivers to try to beat us, we don't think y'all can do that. And then I look at Ohio State, where the one thing they've been able to hang their hat on all season is their defense. Their defense has been much better than it was last year.
Right.
I don't totally trust Kyle McCord, but with the weapons that they have, with Travion Henderson back toting that mail the way he told that mail, he a home run waiting to happen. You got Marvin Harrison out there, and even if you double Marvin, Ibuku, Fleming, like all these 5 stars that they got sitting just on the shelf at Ohio State, it's just too much talent for Ohio State, and plus Ryan Day gotta win this game, Glaze.
That was gonna be my question to you.
He
Is
gotta
Ryan
win
Day
this game, Glaze.
can he coach this win? Because he's not against Harbaugh on the other side, even though Harbaugh gonna be somehow
Yeah. He'll be, he'll
be so well.
He'll be with him pregame. He'll be with him pregame.
But everything telling me Ohio State too.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: on the defensive side, do they got enough to stop that running game from Michigan? You know what I'm saying?
They do. They have, I can't think of number 24's name. It's gonna come to me. They have probably the best true freshman corner in America playing for Ohio State.
Okay.
He is just straight. I mean, he just locking jokers down. And the type of corner he's been playing has allowed Ohio State to kind of change their defense. So they take Sonny Styles, who is probably one of the most freakish athletes in America. Ohio State just got all these kind of guys. But Sonny Styles is able to kind of play like the spy position. Everybody call it some crazy rover, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But he's in that position, and he's always coming downhill. So with Michigan and that running game, he's going to always be near the line, because Ohio State is going to kind of look at Michigan basically like, listen, I don't think y'all can throw the ball over our head. So Corbin and number 7, out the running game, dog, we finna stand here and stuff that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to stuff it.
I'm looking forward to it, man. So, hey, man. Hey, guys, our guest is here. We're going to bring him on a little earlier. We got to bring him on. Make sure I want you to introduce this man, though, when he come on. So go ahead and talk about who we got coming to the place.
Coming to the microphone, one of the dopest artists in the industry right now. He got some new content coming. Actually, the new video is out. But, you know, YouTube, y'all know how YouTube do, man. Community standards, all this stuff. It wasn't nothing wrong with it when we when we debuted it. But it'll be back up. The homie Box, Denver to Atlanta. Our homeboy, bring him in, Glaze.
Yes, sir.
What's up with y'all? What's up? OG's in the building.
What's that jersey we got on? We got old school Mutombo. The old school
you see
Mutombo.
it? Yeah, you see it with the. We had to get the championship pennant to match it.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to do that.
Denver in the building. Hey, let's talk about that though, Box. Denver to Atlanta, man. When you saw your boys win that championship, but what was that like for you, man?
Man, you know, being a Denver native is you know, and being here, you know, for decades. I honestly didn't think we would ever see a ship here, you know, as far as basketball goes. You know, of course, we have our football rings. You know, we've touched our NHL. You know, we've even had some success, you know, in the baseball arena, right? And so, I kind of feel like this solidified, you know, our ring of championships, right? And so it was only right that I got the hometown piece for the Nuggets. You know, I see you.
It's crazy. It's crazy, Box, because even though you're an artist, you are a super big sports fan, so I gotta ask you about
Yes.
the vibe around Denver and Russell Wilson. How y'all feeling about Russ from the start of the season to now? Talk to because you got boots on the ground. Talk about Russ.
Honestly, I would say my viewpoint is different than everybody else on Russ because I didn't want Russ. I told everybody from the beginning Russ was not a good pick. You're getting a man who's no longer in his prime. It's kind of like the Peyton. I call it the Peyton Manning effect, right? We had Peyton Manning already, right? And it just kind of seems like our coaching staff or the powers that be that pick, right, are into getting these quarterbacks who, on their last leg out, reaching for that last bit of glory. And so, honestly, we might get to the playoffs next year,
Okay.
But I don't see him taking us anywhere anytime soon. And that's just my honest opinion, So,
hey, man, you gotta love that, man. That's just being truthful, man. But y'all did some,
Yeah,
y'all playing some good ball now, man. The Broncos, they beat a pretty good teams now, man.
We had some decent ball for who we are and the standard that that has been set around. Bronco country. We playing decent ball. Decent. Now I wouldn't say it's the greatest of ball, but it's decent. It's
Okay.
decent.
All right. Let's talk about you for a minute, Box, man. Talk about when did you get into the game, man, and what did this love for hip hop that you got going on right now?
Oh man. So probably been rocking for almost 3.5 years now. Full blown at the music. For me, hip hop didn't start to 16, 17. I didn't grow up listening to hip hop. I grew up listening to R&B, pop, and rock. Hip hop wasn't allowed in my household. Angie wasn't having it. Rest his soul. And so, I grew up listening to Donna Summers, the Beatles. I grew up listening to Ray Charles, the Shy Lights, acts like that. And so it kind of shaped me to have a different mentality when it came to artistry and it came to music. Caused me a lot of heartache being in the projects, growing up in the hood, having that mentality of not wanting to listen to, my rap counterparts. But ultimately, it shaped me to become, a little older and have an appreciation for music. And then ultimately that's what allows me to pen all the different genres that I pen. And so I credited my mother for, allowing me to not listen to Criss Cross and, Another Bad Creation and all that good stuff when I was young, like my friends could. And so shout out to Angie.
Yeah, the Angie. Shout out to
It's crazy, boss, because I remember when I first got into your music, and Mel was like, man, I got this dope artist, and it was you could sing, then you could turn around, flip this rap, and then and you just talked about how you write. So I was telling Mel, I remember like the first time I heard an R&B type song, then I heard like a hip hop type song. I was like, so he puts me in the mind of The Dream, who was like one of my favorite artists. And I'm like,
Okay.
the versatility to be able to go back and forth. What do you credit that poet to?
Honestly, Ray Charles. I probably say that's my love for Ray Charles. That's my favorite male R&B or just vocal artist. Period. Just because Ray was able to do something that a lot of artists don't do, and that was when he didn't have backup singers, when he didn't have musicians, he was able to go in and do it himself. If he didn't have a baritone, he was the baritone, he was the tenor, the alto, the soprano. And so when you listen to my music, every track that you listen to, a lot of people ask, who's the young lady, who's the young, who's the big scruffy guy singing? It's all me. And so I kind of, take my time and I hear keys. I don't know. I'm like I call myself the heathenistic Kirk Franklin because I can hear music. Kind of like that's my gift. And so Ray Charles.
That's
just how he was able to bend genres. You get some
I
country
want
from
y'all
him, you get soul, you can get whatever, right? And so
Hey man, so I want to play this one cut. It's coming from YouTube, Caliber 2. I want to play that real quick, play the video for some people. So let's see. Look, me and Maceo say we're a little older now. Our technology skills ain't as great as they used to be.
Yeah, like the youngest, man.
Yeah.
They got that on lock.
All right. Let's check it out real quick.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, OGs.
Yeah. Still my caliber, nigga.
Yep.
Look, they always say they got 30 off and they stick. They do, but it don't matter because when they shoot, they all gonna miss. They will. My cousin.
What you do, Glay?
Hey, she legit. This they go.
It ain't on there.
Yeah, it was on there. It just disappeared. So I told our technology game, you know, it ain't up to par.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But I need everybody. All y'all got iTunes.
That
All
Harlem
y'all
Shake,
got
young
Google Play
girl.
Store. You got it, Glaze? I
give me a
don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's doing.
All
We'll add it to the page, Glaze.
You know what, man? It was going so good for a second. It was going well,
So-
make sure. It
But
was
you know,
going
that's
well,
that's,
make sure.
that's type of technology for you. That's what it does.
No. I'm upset now. Hold on, fellas. No, we ain't finna do this, man. We ain't finna do this, fellas. Hold on.
It's technology.
That junk was jamming.
You know, you
That
got,
junk
you know,
was jamming.
It's a slap.
when you got
he got put a
this
slap.
much
No.
chocolate on camera, this
No,
much
man.
chocolate
No,
on camera, it tends to break things.
we ain't finna do this stream, y'all. You ain't finna embarrass me with the good people here, man.
Yeah.
You
You
ain't
know how
finna
they act.
embarrass.
Why he trying to figure that out? Everybody, iTunes, Google Play Store, whatever music stream platform y'all. He has a YouTube page with all his videos. Y'all, the music is dope. Like I say, my man, he flipping it. All right, he trying it again,
Still
y'all.
caliber, nigga.
Try it again.
Trying it again.
They always say they got 30 off and they stick. They do, but it don't matter because when they shoot, they all gonna miss. They will. My cousin doing that light behind that goofy shit. And it always be a basic bitch scheming in the mix, trying to get you hit. Stay she legit. This they goofy shit. Niggas quick, overly commit on the tough talk to the chop spit. But I'm guessing that's the reason you'll never mount to this. Love, I can never leave my house without something dangerous with me. I prefer Springfield with a vocal with me. And Blake straight with that old rusty 38. 5 shots like it or not, you gon' do that Harlem Shake. Young Greta making it flip. My city got some things to say, so fall back and submit. Was raised by a G, some shit she won't permit. Some shit I won't admit, but I always keep it lit. Huh. Who the hell them people think they're speaking to? Better show proper respect when I'm walking through. A young chick will make your main bitch bed food. 22, fine as a motherfucker with attitude. Huh. I'm the god changing up the latitude. Team hyenas who breed a different breed. Blowing gasoline, body tattoo. Hair longer than the east side chick shampoo. They always say they got 30 off and they stick. They do, but it don't matter because when they shoot, they all gon' miss. They will. My cousin doing that light behind that goofy shit. And it always be a basic bitch scheming in the mix, trying to get you hit. Stay she legit. This they goofy shit. Niggas quick, overly commit on the tough talk to the chop spit. But I'm guessing that's the reason you'll never mount to this. Love, passing what's around, verifying the counts, keeping it nip, pour money in and out. Know some Curtis Park G's get it in the drought, cause them babies never understood the word without. See the AR nigga out his J's. When you hustling, ain't no problem making them lays. Don't wife no broad if you can't bless her with no place. Should've kept it real, you ain't acquainted with no pay. And who the hell the people think they're speaking to? Better show proper respect when we walking through. See the squad to turn your night to some bad news. Make it sound like thunder, 7 pounds, change his whole views. I'm the god changing up the latitude. Team hyenas a breed of different brew. Blowing gasoline, body tattoo. Hair longer than the east side chick shampoo. They always say they got 30 off and they stick. They do, but it don't matter because when they shoot, they all gon' miss. They will. My cousin doing that light behind that goofy shit. And it always be a basic bitch scheming in the mix, trying to get you hit. Stay she legit. This they goofy shit. Niggas quick, overly commit on the tough talk to the chop spit. But I'm guessing that's the reason you'll never mount to this. Love.
Yes, sir.
Woo, boy. Woo, boy. I tell you what, boy. That right now. Ain't right now. Hit. It slap.
Appreciate that, OG.
So, boss, let me ask you this real quick because I was telling everybody about the new video. Like I said, YouTube. I don't know what's going on. Talk about that song because it's a smooth, R&B. I mean, it's dope. Tell everybody about the new single that's out.
Yeah, so we actually have two singles that are dropping out, Afrobeat one and then the R&B one, but the one that we did the video for just recently is Kolo. And so Kolo in Nigerian means crazy. And so YouTube restrictions, kind of a little risque video, but we working through it right now. Hopefully it'll be back up soon.
Work through it.
And so the record right now is actually it is my highest streaming record right now. I'm sitting at 500,000 streams on it. Amongst all platforms, and so that was kind of huge and kind of made me be like, all right, we kind of need a video to this, visual to this. They really messing with this record. So shout out to my man Ryan, shout out to OG Mel Johnson for getting it together, getting it right, getting it tight. And so like I said, we spent too much time, 2-month video shoot back and forth between Denver and Atlanta. So we got to make sure this one gets on live for real. So
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let me ask you this, Box Man. What inspires you?
I'll probably say my biggest inspiration is my children. For real. I have 4 kids, two girls, 2 boys. And so for me, it's always about creating legacy. We've us as Black people, we always tend to leave no legacy for the generation after us, and then we always tend to leave them to restart, right? Everybody's scrambling to even get funeral money to bury their loved ones. And so for me, it's to create a legacy, kind of like our counterparts, right? Be able to have family seals and family crests, compounds built in the South where we can say this Big Daddy house, and the whole family goes there even after I'm long gone, to have Thanksgiving and Christmas and things of that nature. And so just pushing the generation forward. So my children are probably my biggest influence, biggest viewpoint. If I had to say anything outside of that, it'd be the fear of going back to the projects, right? The fear of going back, and not necessarily physically going back to those projects, but even the mentality, even anywhere in those 5 rights, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, or financially, being in private or project in any of those areas. That's always my fear. Project mentality, project living, project economics, project people I live around, just my overall diaspora. And so those are probably my 2 biggest.
Last question for me, Box. The mentality of doing it the independent way versus trying to, the old way. Oh my God, I gotta get on a major label. I gotta do, talk about that part of it for all young artists who coming up, because to me it seems that it's just better to do everything yourself and package yourself. Cause I didn't know until the other day that Rick Ross and Meek Mill, this new album that they dropped, they did that independently. They like no label, no. So talk to the people about the difference between independent and the need to try to be on a major label.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think it's a balance, and it just depends on who the artist is. I think some people do need labels, some people do need independent. I think what people need to understand when they say the word independent, because a lot of people say independent and they don't realize they're not independent, right? And so it's kind of like just like with business, right? A lot of people say that they business owners, but they don't realize they hustlers, because people don't realize a business owner can leave whatever's generating them income, go on vacation, come back, and income still generating, right? A lot of people have what they call a business, but they the only worker. And so if they take a vacation, their money stop. That's a hustle. That ain't no business, right? And so what a lot of people don't realize is to be independent, you got to get out of hustler mentality and get into business mentality. And business mentality, what a lot of people don't know, and what's not said, and they need to know from day one, is the boss pays for everything. And so if you're saying that you're the artist and the CEO and this is my label and I got rappers and singers and all this under me, you have to understand it. Okay, cool. But you have to pay for everything. It means those flights. I think a lot of people don't realize, like, for me, I'm gonna just be honest, because a lot of rappers won't, not even rappers, but just artists. I pay to get on shows. I at the beginning, now it's a little different because I put in my time, I put in my work, so I'm getting invited now. But when I first started, I had to pay to get on shows. I had to pay for DJs to host it. I had to pay for those flights and those Airbnbs for this city and that city in order to simply just to go to a party to rub shoulders, not necessarily even to perform or do anything. Right. And so
just
for
being
the past 3.5 years, it's been on my dime. And so independent people need to understand it's 100% your dime. Like there's no help in that regard from anything. And so when people sit back and they realize, okay, well, wait, I can't necessarily do that. I know I have the gift, I know I have the talent, but I don't have the finances or the backing to do it myself. Then that's when I say, being signed to a label or having a situation makes sense, because you don't want to then say, okay, well, damn, since I can't be independent, now my music can't get out. You just have to find the right situation. I think a lot of artists have to stop painting this picture that the industry is so scary and so cutthroat, and it wants to only rob you, because you have artists who have these long decade tenures that are eating, that are doing what they need to do. And so that probably be my advice for anybody looking versus independent versus the machine.
Well, Box, we're gonna finish you with this. First of all, people have been asking, you say Denver. Were you born in Denver? Where were you born at? Where were you born?
So I was born and raised in Denver. The accent comes from my whole family outside of the few of us that were born here were raised in Mississippi. And so in order for me to have culture, my mother,
you were right. Pat, somebody say Mississippi. They like,
yeah. Jacktown to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Jacktown to be exact. She sent me to Mississippi every summer. Starting at the age of
around
2.
them every summer.
Every summer. I hated it. Until I understood. I got older. Like, okay, it's creating culture, it's creating a balance to have the the differences between both worlds. So.
Well, tell the people, man, where they can find you. Definitely, we talked about the YouTube page. What else can they find your stuff, man?
Hey, man, listen, y'all can find me on all platforms: Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Prime, all of your music platforms. It's going to be Box, B-A-U-X. Once again, it's B-A-U-X. All social media platforms. It's I Am Box. Y'all know how to spell am. I hope y'all know how to spell I am. Box, B-A-U-X on all platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of your platforms. So I just appreciate the OGs, saying my man E Glaze, saying my man Mac. You gotta forgive me. I give nicknames. I know they probably ain't y'all nickname, but I give nicknames.
He Glaze to me. You good, bro.
You down with Mel J? You family to us. You family.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
I got to do this before we go. Make sure we got a couple of questions from the people, and I was rude. I apologize. Hey, they say what city in Mississippi your family from?
Hey, man, Northwest Jackson to be exact. Traditions right off of Revels Avenue is where we was at. 3344 Revels to be exact. Like my grandma's house still right there in the middle of the block. Grandma's still there. The house still there. My cousin still maintaining it and all that stuff. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
The next
want to know what rapper do you compare yourself to?
I think I'm better than every rapper. I'm just crazy enough to believe that. I'm sitting over on a catalog of over 403 tracks that, and that's just a blend of all genres. That a lot of people haven't heard. So I don't compare myself to any rapper. I'll probably say, if I had to answer that question, my favorite rapper is DMX. That was the first rapper I was introduced to, and I fell in love with him from there. And so, yeah.
There it is, man. I'm already about to bump that track. I mean, I'm gonna bump all of them, but that track that just already got
I appreciate
me,
man. Manish. Make sure y'all listen to Manish. If you haven't listened to Manish, that's the next one going up. We already at 100,000 streams. That's for the ladies. Video.
Name of it, Manish.
Manish.
That phrase.
Your grandma used to call you that. Yeah. Grandma
you know what that term means when you were growing up. Well, you just Manish. Boy, you just Manish. You know what that term means.
Story of my life.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Box, man. We're gonna rock.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Don't forget your boys, man. When you get blowing up at Grammy.
Hey, man,
I do want a video.
We coming live from the Grammy party. Y'all in the next video, whatever y'all want.
I just want to stand on the sofa in the video. That's all I want to do.
Hey, man, listen, I got you. I will be back in Atlanta on the 14th, so we will tap in and we get it going. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's man right there, man. Good people. He's with our people.
Man.
My fam now. That's fam.
It's family. This family now.
Yes,
Box, everybody go check him out on all of it. I Am Box. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I did have to spell it kind of slow. I-A-M. What'd you say? B-A-U?
Hey, B-A-U-X, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, as black folks, we all gotta take something to flip it, you feel me?
Yeah, we gotta flip it, man. Thank you,
what
brother.
we do.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one, man. We look forward to hearing more.
Happy holidays,
baby.
Happy holidays, man. Cool.
Blessings.
All right, Mace, man. That's that guy, Mace. That's
well,
him,
and all that type stuff touched my heart because I'm deep down inside. Y'all know I want to be a rapper, man. Y'all know I want to be an entertainer.
When the tape coming out, man? You just know what I call you. I'm calling you do Dr. Dre's version of Detox.
I got the Detox album. You I
ready
still
to
got
go.
it so man. I got so many bars, man. Dog, I got these bars, but I need to get them out, man. But I don't know, man. See, we rocking with the sports thing so much, man. That's what I'm using the sports as an excuse. I just don't have time, man. I just don't have time. We go from one season to the next, Glaze. You know,
Yeah, it is, man.
football
Oh,
bleeds to basketball, bleeds to baseball, bleeds to everything else. So yeah, that's my answer. And I'm sticking to it.
I'm gonna stick to it, man. Let me go on what Box just talked about, man, about the sports world. Russell Wilson. And you know, and just to hear him say it about the city's like, we ain't gonna get it's like the city know this is as far as we gonna get. We might get in the playoffs, we might get a wild card, but we ain't going nowhere with this guy.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, man? If you are Denver and you were like, do you make a move, or what do you do if you got the people in the city feeling like we ain't gonna do nothing with this guy, maybe?
Well, they kind of glad. I mean, honestly, they kind of stuck with him. You know, it's tough. So this is one of the things I always, and I'm always glad to get outside perspective. I mean, you know, you and I get to talk to everybody around the country, but we have a view. But when you hear somebody who in the city every week,
sports,
who like say now we on the outside, we like, oh man, here come Denver.
Yeah,
and they like, man, please, man, we some mid, man.
We just trying to win. We just trying to get a no win.
We just trying to skate through the sea, man. We ain't finna do nothing.
Yeah.
Jared Stevens, talk about my music, Jared Stevens.
Jared Stevens come in with the
don't talk about my ball, Jared. You know I can rap, Jared. You remember on the back of the baseball bus after the game? Remember me, G Shep, God bless. You know what I'm saying? I was rapping Chuck D stuff, but you know I can rap.
They gonna say formation Pooh Shiesty behavior. That's the name of your album.
Two things I can do. I can throw that Ephus pitch, and I can rap. I did the Ephus pitch for Jared. Jared was the only person who could hit the Ephus because nobody hit the Ephus. Jared on pro could hit the Ephus. He would be parking it. Thank God he was on my team. But when I threw it in the game, could nobody hit it, dog.
Could nobody hit it, man.
Whatever.
Lorraine say you a rapper today, huh? That's what she's saying. You a rapper.
Lorraine, half of it your fault. And you know half of it your fault because I ain't gonna put the business in the street.
What you got, man? What else you got, dog?
Emmanuel Glaze, I have to talk to you about the playoff, college football playoff. So it's clear to us that with Jordan Travis getting hurt, Florida State jumps from 4 to 5. Did you find that fair or foul, Emmanuel Glaze?
I didn't like it because they didn't lose. They still won the game that they was there.
Didn't lose.
I mean, now you were just saying because of a quarterback injury, we're gonna drop you down. That's not really. I don't get that.
It's not what's hot in these streets.
Yeah, let the guy play. Let's see what they do. You know, if Georgia loses Carson, we looking at that guy right behind him to come in and win. We ain't gonna say, oh, well, we lost. We lost. Vandergrift better come in and ball. We get 5 stars like everybody else. So don't tell me we gonna drop because of a guy we lost. I recruit. I brought in players. My number 2 should be ready. Don't take it away from him. And that's one of the things that people got a problem with the CFP. They have too much emotional. They look at stuff and be like, oh, they lost a quarterback. They ain't that good no more. So we're going to drop them below Washington, who has, even though they haven't won with no strength. They barely win
the last 3 weeks. Yeah.
You tell me because they lost the quarterback, well, that's why they better than them. It's too flawed. It's too. Don't do that to them kids. Them kids ain't doing number 1 and did what they were supposed to do because they still went out there and spanked the team. They probably gonna spank Florida tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then they got a chance. Now, yeah, you're right, Pat. They scored 58 points without them.
Yeah.
Just don't like what the committee did. They shouldn't have did that. They still should have, because they know they trying to use the reason, well, kind of in their head, well, Michigan, Ohio State gonna cancel out each other. So they do that.
Leave they butt at 4. Leave them at 4. Leave them at 4.
And just be right about it, man. Don't get too emotional and start trying to predict the future. Well, they ain't got Travis no more. Ain't no way they gonna win. Well, they still got the same defense.
No.
They still got the same defense. They still got everybody else.
Same defense. Facts.
Don't do that, man. Don't be sloppy like that.
Those are facts, Iglesia. Those are facts.
Hey, but I'm gonna ask you this, man. I kind of hate to set you up like this, but I'm gonna go ahead.
You do it all the time.
Do the Dallas Cowboys have a chance to win it this year? With the way they've been looking defensive wise, offensive wise, or Dakota gonna be Dakota again and maybe hurt the feelings, make sure. What would you say?
So I'm gonna answer that like this. And I think you know me well enough to know that until I see it happen, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna wrap myself in my flag. Y'all not gonna see a new picture of me in my flag. I ain't gave y'all the red cup or any other various cups because I mean,
let me ask you this before you get into it. Or this not even the Super Bowl? Is this team talented enough to beat Philly?
This team is more than talented enough to beat Philly. The problem becomes in tight moments. Is like, can Dak finally just play loose when it matters most? Romo had this problem. Dak seems to have this problem right now. Like, stop making it bigger than what it is. And again, I just wish, and I know it's hard to do, but I just wish people wouldn't give the Cowboys the attention that they give them. Because all these other teams, Philadelphia, fresh off a Super Bowl, they don't talk about Philadelphia nowhere near as much as they talk about Dallas. I mean, all of these guys, like, dog, Pat Mahomes is quote unquote the best quarterback in NFL, right? Dog, it's no way. Now, if you do a Google search or Twitter search, Dak is searched, tweeted about way more than Pat Mahomes, but we know why. And so I just wish, and it's just like every Sunday, we see it all over Facebook. We see it all over social media. Dog, is it no other team got memes? Like, y'all ain't got no Falcon memes, no Giant memes. Like, why everything got to be a Cowboy meme? Why everybody have to say, oh, my team lost, but the Cowboys lost, so my day is made? Like,
that's y'all fault though. Y'all America's team. Don't y'all go with Mace?
And Glaze, I understand that, but that's why we're America's team, because they don't talk about nobody. Like, talk about somebody else. Just talk about somebody else.
I know one team I won't be talking about because I don't know what's gonna happen this Sunday, but Mr. FedEx package himself. We're gonna see what happened this week. You started Ritter this week.
I'm looking at my notes because my next question for you is Saints, Megabuses, Greyhound, Spirit Airlines. However they gonna get here, they travel to the ATL. We're gonna have a big rap concert before the game and at halftime. Emmanuel Glaze with Desmond Ritter back in the saddle. And by the way, this game is for first place in the NFC South. Can the Atlanta Falcons find a way to win on Sunday, Emmanuel Glaze?
Maceo, if I looked on paper and I saw the talent of the teams, I saw what the teams have. You said the situation. We're at home. I would say, make sense. This is a no-brainer. We got this is the game. This is the game because you can't lose to New Orleans at home. It's happened. Hey, let's go back 7-8 years ago. Make sure us in Sweet Lounge throwing the party, and what did they do on us? They beat us, and they what they call that 9 line? What they call it when they
second line?
Second line. They're in our own city. Come on, guys. Look, they got the talent to do it. Ritter, if they just do these things like, hey, let's see if we can make it balance it a little bit more and use those two backs that are now well rested. We should be able to run these backs to keep the pressure off of him.
It's time to just run Bijan. It's time to run Bijan. It's time.
But I just got a feeling Mr. Smith himself gonna try to outsmart himself. He's gonna try to look at that long play sheet, call stuff that a reverse triple pass when it's 3rd and 1, or reverse option Z route 2, or something that don't really need to be called.
Yeah.
But I just got a feeling he might outcoach himself this weekend, even though he had a chance to do something He's fresh in his. He had a whole 2 weeks for this game.
Whole 2 weeks, dog. Whole 2 weeks.
The media's been very soft to you. They've been nice to you.
They've been nice to you, boy. They damn sure been.
They've been very nice to you.
They've been lobbing some softball. He do his little show on the little local radio here. I don't listen to it, but somebody told me, man, they talked bad about Arthur Smith the other day, and then when they interviewed him, they ain't say none of the stuff they said. Like, yo,
ain't no tough, no tough. That's why certain people don't get to do their interviews at the Falcons, but that doesn't need to hear nor there. That just need to hear no there. Hey, Mason, you saw what I asked Trey about that missed free throw. And it seems because that's the stuff they don't want us to be bringing up.
Right. But that's the thing. You got to challenge these people.
Yeah, but it just if he can't, I say this though, if he lose this next show, you're gonna have to cut me off. Cause it might be 60 minutes of me going the F off.
And I'm gonna let you. And I'm gonna
It might be 60 minutes of me going off, posting it, tagging people, tagging Arthur Smith, Arthur Blank. I'm tagging all of them. I want them to never let me. I want them to put a post of my face to say, "Don't ever let him Mercedes-Benz again," because I'm going off for 60 minutes.
We're gonna go sit in that Five Guys where you saw Arthur Blank eating. We're just gonna sit in there and wait on him. We're just gonna wait on him. He gotta come back in here. He gotta come back in.
He think he's slick coming out here in Kennesaw. Nah, bro, I stay right out here. I'm gonna be waiting for him. Him and the whole family. We're gonna be right there. Yeah, get him a cheeseburger with some extra with all the way. Yeah. Anyway, Marcus, how is he still our coach? If he lose to the Saints after a 2-week break, ain't nobody hurt. Well, if they hurt, they just hurt. But anyway, I'm gonna look at this game just like this, man. I'm gonna have my hat on, make sure looking at it like this. Hide my face in disappointment because I just can't take it. I can't. But that's it. And I'm gonna say, you know what, man? If they lose, I'm sitting on your show with Melvin, your show with Erica, because I might go 3 days straight of cussing everybody out.
Bring it, baby. Bring it.
We got Glaze on again. And anyway.
And another thing.
I'll leave now. Y'all take from there and come back the next day. And by the way, did you see what he called it?
Dude,
I'm gonna have my pen and paper out, watching every play like I'm a scout. Like,
let me just say this. It's no way he can be as dumb as the Detroit Lions were yesterday.
You see how dumb that was? Yeah.
Dog, I'm sitting here like, dog, you at your 23-yard line.
Yeah.
It's like 4th and 7. You gonna fake a punt?
Fake a punt. Yeah.
And then you went for 4th down for about 3 other times. That's the play you dial up. You got all these. That's the play you dial up.
Make sure somebody said this the other day, and I have to agree with them. Sports coaches have gotten too cute and not doing what they need to do to
but
get
you've been
yards
saying it though. You've been saying this ain't nothing new for you. You've been saying this.
It looked like these guys are so busy with the analytics and looking at the cute play. Maybe we can run. Why not just play football? Line up. It's still the game where you line up, you go forward. That's why everybody mad at the tush push. We know when it's 3rd and 1, make sure Philadelphia getting the first down. It's like
they getting the first down.
And that's why, and it's like if the NFL tell them we got to do speed, and we got to spread 7 out, 5 out, and no man, just the football game still this way. It still go forward, right, Maysel? It go this way, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell me about it's 50. What is it? 50 yards across?
51.5.
I want to go 100. I want to go 99 and 100 yards. I want to go this way. That's what I'm trying to go.
Yesterday, Pete Carroll was on the sideline talking to this dude. And I just kept saying, who is that dude? So I go on their website. Dog, it's his analytic guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell you need to talk to him for?
Yeah.
You need to be worried about dog.
You need to be on with your offensive coordinator. Like, why are we only scoring 10 points? What are we not doing? We trying to, you know what? Do they even look at film? You know, they got the camera that can get all that stuff at, from up top, and you go into halftime and watch the game, watch the film. It's too cute. And I hate it. Everybody in the mama like, Arthur, you do got a running back that can run. We got 2.
Dog.
Well, I'm telling you, man. So I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna watch the
Detroit,
game.
Detroit cost me money yesterday, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it Sunday. I'm gonna watch it. But I tell you what, y'all, we might ever get into a game covering because I'm going off that whole week.
Sir, can you make sure you bring the tripod tomorrow, sir?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks.
I
sir.
got you.
Thanks.
I got you. Hey, check us out tomorrow, guys. We'll be covering the Georgia Tech game, a little pregame, a little postgame. We'll be there. We got it. I'm looking for Haynes to be. Let's see what Haynes can do. Let's see what Haynes do tomorrow. Haynes
Listen,
King.
I told the staff at Georgia Tech last week. I told them this week, hey, run everything in the playbook.
You ain't got nothing to lose. You already in the
You
bowl
ain't
game.
you ain't got nothing to lose, dog.
Just let it loose.
When you like to send Georgia into the SEC championship, limping with loss.
Ooh. You will shock the world tomorrow if you do that, Georgia Tech. You will shock the world.
That'll be.
And that's our show, man. Thank you guys on this Friday.
Happy
Shout out
Friday,
to our guest this week. Box is in the building.
Hey man, I hope y'all didn't eat too much, but if you did eat too much, y'all go outside, take a walk. Just go walk the neighborhood, everybody. Just go walk the neighborhood. I was doing ties this morning. I got up. I didn't do 5:30, but I went and got it in.
You got it in though. You got it in.
Back at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not, y'all. 2024. I ain't gonna never have no clothes on 2024. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm finna go crazy, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Every time y'all see me when springtime come, I'm never gonna have a shirt on.
So you're gonna be J.R. Smith. You're gonna be on him the whole summer.
Glaze. Every chance I get, Glaze. Soon as I think I'm sweating, Glaze, taking off my shirt. So and Lorraine, they'll tell you. So y'all, I already wear biking shorts. Like they were picking up my Hoochie Daddy shorts today. Y'all, listen, y'all. I'm finna be a whole problem out here, y'all. Glaze, you remember I used to walk across campus with no shirt on the way to the weight room?
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back.
It's gonna be doing it like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Thank you guys.
That's our show.
Shout out to our boy Box. And like Lorraine said, you already wear Hoochie Daddy shorts, so he about to be Lorraine. He about to be a real problem out here, Lorraine.
I already wear shorts. Yeah, I might wear some shorter shorts tomorrow, Lorraine. Now.
Ooh. All right. And they talking about Pooh Shiesty behavior, Maceo. That's what your album should be.
Dog, I'm gonna do boot camp with the Pooh Shiesty mask on tomorrow.
That's
I wear hood anyway, so I'll put the Pooh Shiesty on tomorrow too.
We'll see y'all next week. Check us out the bar, man. We out of here.
We live from North Avenue. Peace.
We out. Peace.